everybody, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful day today. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to go ahead and build an autumnal entrance for my island. I almost said autumnal island for my island. But I've got some plants in the way at the moment. I've got a little bit of stuff to clear out, so we're going to do that first, get everything nice and flat and clean. And depending on how far out I decide to make this extend, which honestly probably won't be too far because of resident services, I'll probably end up moving this house at some point. Not the pea grass. But let me say hello to everybody before I continue. Hello Betty Crossing, hello Sophia, hello Carefree Capybara, hello Shiver, hello Megs, hello Breadbird. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your lurk, by the way, anybody who's lurking. My smoker today, so I'm gonna help my warm heat up unicorn plush from when I was little. I had a similar thing, but it was an elephant, and I let Ben borrow it once, and then he put it in the microwave for too long by accident. Now it smells like burnt popcorn. But welcome everybody. I know it's like not the best looking grass at nighttime, but hear me out. I think I'm gonna have this island stream just be in the evening, not necessarily like super like dark at night or something, but I think I'm gonna have it be in the evening. And I feel like this would be a good time of night where it's like not like extremely dark yet, but we're kind of getting there. And then the other thing, this grass does look really nice in the daytime, I'm not gonna lie, so it may not be the best lighting at the moment, but it's okay. We will survive. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm getting snacks for my characters so that way I can dig up trees if needed, just to get all of that ready, so I don't have to come back for it. I'm currently finding my own to do fairy core. Hello William, welcome to the stream. Fairy core is another theme that I would love to try at some point, I just haven't. Looks like more like diarrhea grass. Well, it may be diarrhea grass, but it's beautiful diarrhea grass. Fairy core is amazing. That's a lot of G's. I mean, it is pretty amazing. There's like a handful of themes I've put off trying, so I'm too intimidated. The elephant is not okay, actually. I was very emotionally attached to her because it was like a big comfort plus that I'd use if I was stressed out or if I just was cold. And now it's too stinky to use now. Like if I even try to put it in the microwave, it's gonna stink up the kitchen. It's bad. So her name, I named her Ellie, and R.I.P. Ellie. Did you the YouTube lower the requirement for community tips again? I did hear about it. I just don't know what the number is yet, but given I don't think they've announced it, and if they did, I don't think I've heard about it yet. But I did hear about that. I think that's wonderful. Just because whenever they originally had their number at first set at, you had to have at least 1,000. That was like almost impossible, like just in general for anybody that tried YouTube. Like that always made me mad. So I was really happy when they moved it to 500. And I don't know what they're moving it to now, but like I'm just happy to hear it. Hello Logan, welcome to the stream. I'm also working my own, organizing flowers mainly. I feel like organizing anything for flowers is a giant pain. Also, it looks like my shovel has broken. That's I think the only one that I had, so now I have to go buy another one. And yeah, they did. Hello Jason, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know how much it is now, I just know that it's a thing. Oh, it was very original. Oh, so Meg, what we were saying, so I've got this plushie that's an elephant, but it's like filled, I think it's with some kind of seed or bean, I'm not sure which one it is, but basically you can put it into the microwave for a certain amount of time and it'll heat it up and you can use it just as a heating pad if you want to, or for like comfort, like it's basically multi-purpose. And I let Ben use it once, and he put it in the microwave for too long by accident, and it stinks now, and I can't use it because it smells like burnt popcorn. Yeah, whenever shovels break, especially if you use it like maybe like once or twice, 3 times max, and it breaks within those tries, that's always the worst. Can I say one thing? As long as it's chat appropriate, then yes. I think it's 200, but I might be wrong. I haven't gotten it yet though, probably because there's a lot of content creators under 500 subscribers and community tabs. That's very true. Because I remember whenever they first lowered it to 500, it took a while for it to roll out to basically everybody. So considering that you and Crazy both are past 500, you and Crazy are both past 200, you should get it eventually. It might be a little while though, so I wouldn't be too worried if it takes a while. Breaking shovels is painful, but golden shovels, that shouldn't even be a thing. That makes me so mad. It's okay, like I'm not upset with him anymore because it was an accident. I was kind of sad though because I was very attached to that plushie. I hope you enjoy your lurk, Sophia. We're back to digging these up, and then once these are nice and cleared, I don't know. I do want to add, I feel like I'm in one of those moods for builds in Animal Crossing where I kind of just wing it until I feel like I find the right vibe to go off of, and then I match everything else that I'm doing to whatever that vibe is. I know that you guys know what I'm talking about because I do that almost every single time I do a build of some sort. Sorry, I know digging up flowers is not very interesting. I just have to get this stuff out of the way. By the way, you guys, my mods also make content. Please be sure that you check them out. Thank you so much. You need to play different games. It is going to help your channel, not kids games. With all due respect, they are not necessarily kids games. And I don't appreciate you saying that because I do play a variety of games. Thank you, but please let's not say that. I mean, I was thinking of making videos so subscriber count might get bigger if I do. YouTube, I feel like it's definitely a lot harder than people think. And I feel like that's something that isn't really said much, and it should be, because it's painfully difficult at times. By the way, hey, I know I always ask for music, and I haven't done it yet, so I'm not doing it excessively, but how is the volume for the music? Is it too quiet, too loud, or anything? Or am I too quiet or too loud? Let me know. Yeah, let's talk about something else. You know what I can say? So, you know how I've said aside from Ben's Dart Frogs and his gecko that he has the 2 skinks? Oh, volume's good? Okay, cool. You guys know the drill as always. Like, if for some reason something happens, you feel like there's an error with the volume, please feel free to speak up. But basically, with his oscillated skinks, we have had a hard time figuring out just exactly how often they're supposed to be like out and about where you can see them walking around the enclosure, because different sources keep saying different things, and it's been super confusing. But today we got them to be out a little bit more, and we realized I think the reason why they haven't been out as much is because there's like too many items in the enclosure itself. Like there's a lot, there is still kind of a lot in there, but we took a lot out, and whenever I was getting the stream set up, one of them came out to say hi to me, like it was like sunbathing, and it was staring at me, it was being really cute. So that's been nice. I think that was the problem, because now they seem a bit more comfortable. It wasn't that we took bad care of them before, because we didn't. I just think that they didn't like the enclosure as much at first. It's getting with barking dogs in the background. Wait, you can hear my dog? I am so sorry. I mean, I know Ben's doing the dishes in the background, but you shouldn't be able to hear that. Well, in my opinion, they're like playing Resident Evil. I will not be playing Resident Evil. Please do not suggest for me to do that. Also, let's say I'm currently stumped at the moment. I wanted to stream Gummy's music, then I realized I had to ask permission. I am too scared to ask permission. If you look in the description of my stream, I think it's like towards the bottom. I do have it there. You just like link everything. Hello, Jared. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you mean at your house? Okay, I was like, I don't hear my dog barking, but I will address that. I'm so sorry. I almost sold an item that I didn't want to sell. Oops, oops, oops. I can't be the only one that does that. Okay, I think I got it all. Let me just make sure. I always have to double check everything so I get worried I'm gonna sell something that I don't mean to sell. Oh, we got the community tab. Congratulations, Jared. I heard that they were being rolled out. People, I think starting at 200, Shiver said. I don't see community tabs. It might not be popping up for everybody yet, though. I'm excited anyways, though, because it's so nice that they're opening it up to more people. I think that we shouldn't say things like that. If you're going to say that kind of thing about animals, do not even bother coming into my live streams. Because we respect animals in this household. Animals make noise sometimes. That's the whole point of having an animal. And if you cannot tolerate their noise sometimes when you're busy, don't get an animal. I accidentally sold my storage shovel flattening thing, but I had another one. I was gonna say, I for some reason have two, and I didn't mean to have two. I was gonna be like, do you want one? Because I found the other one, I was like, I don't know why I have two. You have permission to put the info in your description. Speaking of that, again, Shiver, if you want me to like copy paste what I have and like send it to you via Discord so that you can use that, I'd be more than happy to. Just let me know. Also, it's also really hot in here for some reason. Oh, that's random. Like, I'm like sweating. It's hot in here. I remember when everyone had Meet Heaven one day, I noticed it disappeared. Later, I found out because they changed the rules for us to qualify to have to get it. Well, I do agree that there should be like certain rules behind it because, you know, going against those rules is not good. But I feel like for a long time, the rules were way too strict. I'm getting it from email and back at paper. No worries. Also, hi Ash, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I kind of just copy pasted that and I put it into a forum kind of for my streams, and then I just started having it every time. Hello, Nizuko-chan, welcome to the live stream. I am so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I tried my best. Sure, you can see me the copy paste. Okay, I definitely will, but I'll probably have to do that after the stream. But I wouldn't mind. Because basically I have this note, I guess it would probably be the word. I have this note on my computer, and every time I need to just description for a live stream, I just add that on there. And then I kind of just keep it there so that way in case I forget to add it a certain day, it'll always be there regardless. I don't know what I'm going to do for the entrance. I just finished clearing everything, but we're going to just mess with it until we get a good idea. I can't decide how I want to do this. Like, part of me wants to add some cliffs, but I don't know. I feel like I usually, and it changes depending from island to island, but I feel like I usually do some sort of cliff terraforming on each side, and then there's some kind of water situation in the middle. Like, it's always that, but the specific styles that I do vary from island to island. Because, like, I don't want to make it the exact same every single time. Yeah, I'll definitely do some water terraforming. I'm just not really sure how I want to do this. I think this was my astrology island. Do you remember how I had, like, a little bit of land right here, some water in between, and then another little bit of land. And I did like a couple so that we could like hop across them. I don't want to do that exact same design because again, I don't want to copy paste things, but hear me out. What if I did something kind of similar and it was more of a loosely done design where there was like squares that you could hop across and they were like diagonal, like a square here and like here, etc. And it was all diagonal. I feel like that would be cute, and then we could build stuff around it depending on how much space that takes up. I've gotten an email for the community tabs. That's how I know I'll get it. Like, regardless if you have or have not, though, you will probably get that. Just wait, it's time everyone will get it. I think as long, in my opinion, I feel like as long as somebody doesn't have a bunch of, like, community violations on their channel, then they should just have it. You know? Vera B, darn pencil start sharpened. I'm sorry, Breadbird. And hello, Gil, welcome to the stream. I'm good, how are you? In fact, yeah. Sorry I'm, like, running on circle. I was just trying to, like, deliberate with myself mentally how I was gonna go about this. And now I've decided. I just kind of have to see how I'm gonna get this started. And then once I've got that done, we'll be good. We will be good. In fact, yeah. I think I'm just gonna clear a bunch of this to be water. I feel like whenever I add the little squares of land inside of water, I always do the water first before I add the land. I mean, I don't know you're supposed to do it that way, but that's how I tend to do it whenever I add that kind of idea to an island. And it is in fact November, because I changed the date so the grass will look different. What's everyone's favorite Animal Crossing theme? Mine's Fairy Core. It's gonna sound really boring, I'm sorry, but I feel like I just like Normcore. Because Normcore could be like anything. I think I have to make this a little bit wider before I can start adding the squares. I screwed this in. I might not get gifted memberships for this account because for this account might be because I don't spend money on this account, like my alt. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you told me once, like a really long time ago, that you had YouTube Premium on one of your accounts. It might be because you have it on that account if it's on that account. So I might be wrong, I'm just kind of guessing. Oh, thank you for the hydration reminder. I actually have my bottle filled up all the way for once. So, dog is not barking, but Ben is kind of doing the dishes. Well, he's like, he's making dinner at the same time, but he's just kind of doing dishes while he's in there. If you hear the dishes clinking, I'm sorry. I think I'm just gonna focus on the floor stuff first, and then once that's done to my liking, I'll start building stuff around on the sides. It's just that water terraforming I feel like is pretty hard, so I'm just gonna kind of mess with it until I feel like I like something with it, you know? I was saying hi and I'm doing pretty good. I'm so glad to hear that, Gil. I don't like it when you guys are sad or sick, because that makes me sad. I never paid for YouTube Premium membership, like I gifted a membership a while ago. I still love that they added that because for a whole variety of reasons, somebody may not be in a position to be able to buy one of their own, and it just gives other people a chance to experience one. So I know that for me, there's been a lot of times where I really wanted to get a membership for somebody else to support them, but I just wasn't in a position to pay for it. And so it's just nice to be able to receive one. I don't think it's because I have YouTube Premium. It's probably because that account I spend money, like spending money on YouTube Premium. It could be because of that. I feel like that's gotta be fixable though. Hello, love Super Princess Peach, Mom and Tony. Welcome to the live stream. Lexi and Leaper both donated to you. True. Well, it could be because of that then. Even if it is, I feel like that's gotta be fixable. I got 100% for one of my customers on Papa's Freezeria. It was one of my first Storykin customers, if you were wondering. I love that for you. Of all the Papa's games, the Freezeria one was always top tier in my opinion. I mean, I liked all of them in general, but the Freezeria one was my favorite. I went as far as to buy the, like, I think it was like $1 or so. I bought the app for it for funsies. Oh, thanks for using the like command. I appreciate it. Liking the stream is free and it's a super easy way to support me. Thank you so much. I still haven't figured out how to allow memberships. I wanted to figure out a way to explain that, but it would be easier if there was one up there. But basically, let's say if somebody were to buy a gifted one right now and you looked at the top, the little green thing was up there. Like, let's say somebody donated like 5, for instance, you would click on the little green thing that had their icon and had the number 5. You'd click on that and it would give you the option to say allow gifts. Or if you see the message pop up in the chat, you click on that one and it'll give you the option to allow gifts. And then from that point onward, after you've clicked it, you'll be eligible to receive one. When I was coming to go with me to make me feel better, I'll show you in a second. I would love to see. Wait, the dog or Papa's Freezeria? Which one? I'm not the only one that likes much to be built or Let's Plays Bell building. I just like to have Animal Crossing content in the background in general when I'm doing something, just because it's nice and it makes me feel less alone. Mine doesn't do that? Like, you don't see that option? That's weird. It should be popping up. Not to change this bit, but I do like the idea that I have going on so far. I'm just kind of still in that messing around with it stage. There we go. What if, I know it's like kind of a weird idea, but imagine if, so you see I've got this line of 3 first, right? And then this little square right here. What if I add another line above this one square and it was like another set of 3? And then I could like soften that however I wanted to and then build stuff around it. You know, I don't know, it makes sense in my head. Papa's Freezer is absolutely entertaining in my opinion. I love playing it, me too. I mean, the Papa's games as a whole were very iconic. I did see your message, by the way. I'll go check. All of them are iconic, but I prefer the Freezeria one. Papa's Freezeria, remind me to show you Daisy again after stream. Okay, I got you. I love that. Also, I don't know what kind of ice cream they ordered or what kind of shake, but that looks scrumdiddlyumptious and I want some. I like all the Papa's games. There was one though that I didn't ever actually try, and it was, I think it was called like Papa's Wingeria. And to be honest, I kind of regret not playing it because I love chicken wings. I had an interesting idea. It was to make an Animal Crossing web series. Can you elaborate a little bit more? Because I don't fully understand what you mean. Imagine a pumpkin river on your island, like terraforming a pumpkin. That would be cool, but I feel like I would get really frustrated like 5 minutes into trying that. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna do that, but this house is kind of starting to get in my way, so we're gonna stop for a moment and move Agnes's house. Okay, hold on, let me see the picture of Daisy. Like making a series based off of Animal Crossing characters, like to talk about what they like or to like make stories about them, like what specifically? Also, do I have the money to move her house? No, I don't. Okay, let me fix that. Like a story-based series? So do you mean like maybe like with villagers in general, or like villagers that I happen to have at a certain moment? I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions. I'm just trying to make sure that I really understand exactly what it is you're referring to. It's chocolate milk with Oreo bits in it and chocolate frosting topped up with peanut butter bits and a cherry on the right side specifically. I would eat all of that except for the cherry because I don't like cherries. There's a lot of things I don't like food-wise. I have a lot of unpopular food opinions. I think I was a vid I suggested how to make a pumpkin shaped pond. Oh wait, that you saw it in the video? If you can find that at some point, I would love to see that. Dark blue overalls and an orange shirt. Color theory? Wait, what about overalls? Are you wearing them? It's a story-based series about 10 villagers living on an island and then chaos ensues. I feel like that might have to wait a little bit, and the only reason I said that, even though I like the idea, is because I'm trying to kind of rush for this island to get done soon so I can do November's island challenge. So it'll be even more limited on that one, but I do like the idea. I just don't know when I'd be able to find the time for it. Me too, I love you. I love you too. Cherries are gross, and I'm glad that somebody else agrees with me. I will look after the stream. Yeah, you're fine. That can wait until later. It's okay. I mainly focus on the front of the island right now anyways, like for the entrance, but depending on how long that takes me, let's say that I finish it a little bit early, I'll probably do some general decorating nearby to add to that. Or do I sorry you didn't tell you? You're fine. It's okay. And you're good, Ash. I know that you normally stream like semi-soon. You're fine. It wasn't an island idea. It was a series idea I wanted to make on YouTube. Well, that would still be fun though. I think that you should. I support you. I don't know why I went over here when I'm supposed to be moving Agnes's house. What am I doing? Hello? Where can I put her? I don't want Agnes. My dog is so cute and she's making me feel better with my stomach. She's nibbling my hand while I play with her. I feel like that's a slippery slope when you play with animals though, because like, then they get real feisty and they bite you really hard. Or maybe that's just my cat. It's okay if you're busy, Ash, but like, did you see the scarecrow field that I built? I'm very proud of it. I did kind of use it for the thumbnail. I still don't know where to put Agnes. Maybe she can go up here. My dog hasn't bit me hard in a while. Willis doesn't really bite me that much, like, because I have very soft play biting. But Luna, she'll just randomly like bite me really hard, and it's not fun because she's really sharp teeth. It's so cute. Thank you. I'm not done with the island yet, but I've got a good portion of it done. I like to joke that in the middle of the map there's just a massive jalapeno pepper of some sort, or a strawberry, either one. I don't know what skin color to give this guy. You could like pick a couple or like pick two and have Siri flip a coin and have Siri pick. This house is not gonna fit up here. I don't know what I'm doing. Can I make this fit right here without taking up too much space? No, I can't. Okay. Well, that's not gonna work. Got back to like, no worries. I hope you enjoy your lurk. The dogs here are way too energetic tonight. I wonder what the moon phase is tonight, because I feel like sometimes on certain moon phases, animals act up more. I was not trying to put it there, but thank you anyways, Animal Crossing. I said it earlier, but I'm putting this again tonight, because I haven't been putting it always. But I have that on again tonight, because I don't remember which stream it was exactly, but this was like a few streams ago. I'm not even kidding. I feel like it was probably like a 10-minute time frame, and within those 10 minutes, it felt like almost 10 different gross bots were like back to back, like completely different ones, and it was gross. So I'm gonna turn off the construction hat mode and time travel just so that way Agnes's house is out of my way, and then we'll go back to the entrance. The one is really excited because his dog friend is here. Well, maybe you just like have, is it like zoomies? Because it might just be happy zoomies. Are you trying to get the marshmallow topping? I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. I know you're talking about Papa's Freezeria, but I don't know if you've ever tried this, but it's so good. There's like this topping thing at Menchie's, which is where we go to sometimes for frozen yogurt. Or we haven't gone in a really long time actually, but whatever. There's this chocolate topping that once you put it on top of your frozen yogurt, it'll like harden like a chocolate shell on top of the frozen yogurt. And it's so good. It's like a large piece of chocolate that solidifies within almost like seconds of putting it on there. It's so good. There's one time where one bot appeared, another appeared back to back. Like literally, like I don't want to have that on, but it got so severe recently that I gave up. I put that on. And even then they still get through sometimes. It's just a lot harder for them to get through with it on. I haven't had frozen yogurt in forever. Me either. I mean, I did say like that we look that we always go to. I say that because like if we do for some reason happen to get some, it's always from there. A dog barks at other people, dogs. Have you guys ever been like maybe like in your living room or something, and then like your dog just goes totally crazy, and you look what they're looking at, and there's nothing outside, no people, no animals, no nothing. They're just going insane at the front door, and it's like there's nothing there, bestie. I know what you're talking about. I remember when that came out. I don't remember what it was called exactly, but I like to get strawberry frozen yogurt with that chocolate on it. It was really good. I feel like I didn't really update you guys about yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm fine now. Yesterday, for some reason, my stomach just felt like super like weird and gross. I don't know what was wrong. I'm good now. I'm fine. I just figured it was best to cancel the stream that day, which still kind of made me sad because I don't like to have to cancel streams. But I'm better now. It's all good. And I think I was gonna end up streaming Coral Island yesterday, but since I didn't do that yesterday, I might do that tomorrow since I'm streaming Animal Crossing right now. Because I've been excited about it, but I think tomorrow is when the Dreamlight Valley update is supposed to go up. So tomorrow's stream, I feel like is 50-50, either Coral Island or Dreamlight Valley. I really honestly don't know. But regardless, at some point, I need to get another Coral Island stream out for this week and then a Stardew Valley stream at some point. I really don't know what either of them are going to be, but I'd like to have them happen at some point. To always bark at things to alert others, that's what I've read. So if it barks at nothing, then what is it alerting to? Like, is it seeing a ghost? Because I hope not. There we go. Now I feel like I have more room to work with. Your dog's seen a ghost? I feel like she does sometimes. And the same with my cat. Speaking of her, she was being so cute earlier, so she got up on my bed and like curled up in a ball. And I was like, oh look, are you going to sleep? So like I tucked her in with the blanket as a joke. Then I like saw her and she was like nudging herself on the blanket. I was like, okay, are you trying to get fully under it? So I lifted it up. She crawled right into the middle of the bed, and then I left, came back, and she had somehow fully tucked it around herself and like on top of her entire body. And she just was asleep, curled up in a ball under my blanket. It was really, really cute, and she's continued to nap there. So maybe she was just cold. I don't know. I hope you enjoy your Lurk Megs. Like and subscribe or else. Thank you. Speaking of subscribing, by the way, I made an insane decision the other day randomly, and I'm sticking to it because I can't just say something like that and then not do it. But I've decided if I can somehow get to my goal of 3K before or by the end of the year, then whenever the 3K celebration stream happens, I will be wearing a pickle costume. Why pickles, you may ask? I chose that because I just feel like it's such a meme in my community, and it's been that way for so long that if I'm gonna do something weird like that, I feel like it may as well be a pickle. But then I realized, oh wait, that's gonna green screen really bad. So for that stream, if that gets to happen that way, what my plan is to not use my normal green screen because the costume itself would green screen, to not use that, but I feel like it wouldn't look as cute to just not have like any kind of border around it. So I'm gonna make probably a temporary border to use like on Canva or something to put around the camera that day so that way you can still fully see said pickle costume. That is my plan, if that gets to happen. Shiver, why do I have to? I think we already subscribed though because I have subscribers only mode on. So I like how this looks, but I just realized something incredibly unfortunate, everyone. It's fixable, but very annoying. I'll show you. Look, 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 look. Do you see what I see? Are you seeing this? It's off-centered, and it's not a big deal, but it's going to make me very angry. So now that I've got most of the water laid out, all I've got to do is adjust what's in the middle, but it's still annoying. I know that's what I'm saying. It's not symmetrical, and it's making me mad. It's not going to be hard to fix. It's just super annoying that it's even happening. So I'm going to get some more water and then fix that. Because if I were to notice this later after like building everything else around it, I would be genuinely really upset. So I'm honestly just grateful I noticed it now. But like, why? I don't know why that was sent because I don't speak that. So I thought the marshmallows were a topping, but it's like part of the milkshake. Like one of the ingredients? I thought it was a topping too. Okay, so I'm just gonna... We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I'm just mildly irritated that I did that. I do like symmetry, but that's bothering me. It's bothering me too, and I've gotta fix it. That was in Russian. Discovered a Russian keyboard in ACNH. It means you'll be sent to the gulag, which responds the like and subscribe message. It's true. You will be sent to the gulag. I've sent my own mods there before. It's true. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't think I've sent Crazy or Megs there. I don't think I have. I think all I've got to do with this though is just add a little bit more to each side and then it might be good. I was victim. It's true. I mean, I don't think Harry C's here, but no, Megs is here. Megs, would you like to be timed out for no reason? Russia's kind of Russian in my opinion. I normally wouldn't allow messages that aren't in English, but that one could stay. Oh, we were just talking about how, like, I time out the mods for fun sometimes, and it made me realize, I think you and Crazy are the only mods that I haven't timed out before for fun. So I'm gonna connect all of this. I have to refigure out where my middle section is gonna be. Because this whole design in the middle is gonna have to be different now. If I was getting the dogs bones, they would chill out. You're fine, it's okay. So it'll look a lot more symmetrical. Also, I'm gonna fix that right corner because I feel like that's a little bit off. But this is gonna look a lot more symmetrical if I keep this front piece a bit wider. But I don't want it to be like an exact copy of my Astrology Island one. So I'm gonna have to make all the other ones like little squares of some sort. I don't know. We'll make it look nice. But it does need to be symmetrical because otherwise it's going to make me mad. Yeah, I think that's better. I really don't know what I'm doing this right now. I'm just kind of like, actually, it was a pretty random idea, but I kind of like it. Hold on. You also might hear a plane, I'm sorry. So that's like off-centered too, but the general concept of having that's like horizontal one and then a couple of vertical ones on the top, that looks nice. I like it so far, thank you. I'm still like, for the most part, in my coming up with random ideas stage until I find the right vibe. But I do like the idea that I came up with of having the horizontal one and then like a few vertical ones. I just need to find the right placements for the vertical ones so that way it looks symmetrical enough, because if it's not symmetrical, I'm going to be upset. And if it literally came down to me having to redo the entire thing, I would. I really would. I realized the other problem. So if you look at the left, this one is real close, but there's like barely any water visible, but then this one, there's a lot of water visible. So I've either got to move this one or like take that land inward, because the amount of water in between this middle piece and the two side pieces is the same right now, except for way over here. So I think what I've got to do is just, I guess, shrink that. And I made it bigger at first thinking that would fix it, but I guess now that that's backfired, if that even makes sense at all. I don't know, terraforming has never really been my forte, so I'm just kind of winging everything and hoping for the best. There we go. I think it's looking a little more symmetrical now. I don't know if the game, like, space-wise will allow me, but I just thought of something. So you see this big piece, right? What if I were to put two benches right here along the sides of it? I don't know if there would be enough walking space, but now I kind of want to try that because I feel like that has the potential to be really cute. Hold on. I just need to find two skinny little benches right now. Oh, wait. If I do have enough space for that, I feel like what might work best for it is those log benches. Oh, like one of the big light up pumpkins, like the carriages. That would be really cool too. If I can't find, or not find, if it doesn't like let me do what I thought of with the benches, I'm gonna try out the pumpkin ones. I know I've got at least one spare carriage. I've got to. If I don't know why I don't. Okay, yeah, I'll grab that one. Over here, but then what about the benches? If I have to craft them, then it's fine. I've also got a bunch of these mush low stools. Okay, I guess for some reason I don't have the log bench recipe, and I feel like I would at this point, but I don't know where it is. I have a flu shot appointment today? That's okay. Those are important, so if you've got to leave at some point, like while I'm streaming, that's okay. Just let me know. Flu shots are important. It's okay. I do need something to test this with, though, and I'm not sure what kind of bench to go for. I don't know. I'll just try out the pumpkin first then, because I don't want to spend forever just looking for benches. There's no room? I don't believe that, Animal Crossing. My always told me my heart rate is at its highest when I get my shot. Wait, did they like track that for you? Because I feel like they don't really do that for me whenever I get stuff like vaccines. Oh, what a fun fact. You know, that has the same energy of, it's okay if you guys don't remember, or if maybe you didn't know, but basically, almost a year ago, whenever I was on Last Crossway Standing, for part of the setup, we had to give a fun fact that EJ could tell everybody for us. And my fun fact was like a brief story time at the time when I was like 10, and I accidentally got my head stuck to a treadmill, and it ripped a bunch of my hair out. That was my fun fact. I'll fix this in a second. I just need Animal Crossing to cooperate with me so that way I can place this pumpkin. Sometimes they track my heart rate. I feel like they've never done that for me, and like it's weird because you'd think that they would, considering my heart problem. I think it's not even about the vertical amount of space. I think it's because I don't have a good enough width right here. I think that's why it's not cooperating, but it was a good idea. How did that happen? So, a long story short, this was a super long time ago, but I was at my aunt's house with a bunch of my cousins and my sisters, and my aunt told us to go upstairs and pick out a movie to watch. So we go upstairs, and basically she had a bunch of these DVDs lined up against the wall where you could only read like the spines of them, like where they had like the titles of the movies. And right against that part of the wall was also a treadmill. And one of my cousins decided that she wanted to use the treadmill, and I leaned down towards the ground so I could read the labels of the movies better, and she didn't realize that I was down there and turned on the treadmill full speed, like the highest power and speed possible. And then because my head was so close to the bottom of it, it got attached about like right back here, I think. It was one of the sides. It was a long time ago. I don't know. Basically, it got attached to the back of my head, and since like the fabric that you run on was spinning so fast, it got stuck to the hair, and then just rapidly started ripping it out of my scalp. And I was scalped by an actual treadmill. And because it was so painful, like I apparently, according to my mom, screamed so loud that she heard it from like outside and practically flew up the stairs to see what was happening and saw me stuck to this treadmill, unable to get off. And by the time they got me off of it, there was like a big ball of hair, like the size of probably a softball, stuck to the treadmill. And I now have kind of a bald spot on that part of my head, like, and hair really doesn't grow that much there. And it's been that way since I was a kid. Fun fact, if you eat a burger, your tummy will... I really thought that said booger, and I was like, y'all better not be eating your boogers. That's disgusting. It's okay, Megs. Like, I'm totally fine now. But it's weirdly had lasting effects on my scalp because, you know, I'm 21 now. I was 10 when that happened, and my hair ever since that day has not grown normally. So I don't know what happened, like, to my follicles. Hello, Valerie, welcome to the stream. If you're wondering what was happening because of the chat, I was telling a story time from something that happened when I was like 10. And at the moment while I'm over here, I'm just getting some stuff to work with. I just really need some benches to test something with, because apparently I don't have, like, benches. Hello? Speaking of my mom, by the way, it's her birthday in 2 days. I remember back when I was Lexi Crossing on YouTube, everybody would call her Mama Crossing. How do I, okay, aside from the swing bench, how do I not have, like, anything to use bench-wise? I mean, like, I guess I could, I just don't know if I'm gonna have the space for that. Let me get the wood for it. That was why I got all of this out, so that way I wouldn't have to travel very far to craft and customize things for this build. Happy early birthday to your mom. Thank you. In terms of like stream-wise and like celebrating her birthday, she really hasn't decided what she wants to do to celebrate. But if for some reason that involves changing stream time, I will let everybody know as soon as I can. But as far as I know, I think it'll be at the same time. I know you could also say like, go spend time with your mom. And I will if she wants me to, but oftentimes she just like wants to go do something like with her friends and whatnot and like be out of the house. So I really don't know, but as soon as I know, I will let you guys know. Marcus looked through the table. I forgot to put paper under the paper. Wait, so it did it like stain it? I'm sure there's gotta be a way to get that off. And then these, I'll customize them in a second. I just need to see if I can make this work. So I can make it work on this side. Okay. We could all collectively sing happy birthday in chat and you could clip it. She's actually like sick right now. Like she told me earlier, apparently she has an ear infection and also has bronchitis. So, that's not fun. I might have to adjust my original terraforming idea because I do, for some reason, really like the idea of adding the benches into this, but I don't know how I'm gonna make it work. I'm just gonna have to find a way. And I feel like aesthetically it looks really cool to have that there, but then you can't actually use it. So, I don't know. Should I have this here for like aesthetic purposes, or should I make it work to where you can use it? I'm gonna do a poll about that. Okay, there we go. We could still do it and you could text her since she's not feeling well. I could like take a picture of the chat as well. She's literally home. She's just on the opposite side of the house. Okay, it's my flash up. That's okay, Shara. That's important. So I hope that goes well. And if I'm still streaming, you're of course welcome to come back. And if for some reason I'm not, whenever you're done, that's okay too. Cause like I don't know. Like I feel like it could look nice either way. Like in my mind, I want it to be functional, but it also just looks pretty being left by itself. And yes, I will still customize it because I want it to be a different color, but I don't know. I don't know. Here. I know it looks funny. I'm going to customize them and then put them back and use both of them. And then see how we feel. Wait, press the wrong one? That's okay. Which one did you mean to vote for? I can use Bill to click the wrong one too. So which one did you mean to click, Megs? I'm thinking for this, I'll either end up going with the redwood one or the dark wood. And I feel like either one could work, but I don't know. I'll try out both, I guess, because why not? Hello, Crazy, welcome in. If you're wondering what the poll is about, I have been like messing with different terraforming ideas, and I need to put down these two benches, but I can't decide if I should leave them like floating on these little tiny parts of land and have it for aesthetic purposes, or if I should actually just adjust the water terraforming and make them functional items. Hello, Pickle Seeds, and hello, Mars, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. We do have to have sub-only mode on today because the nasty, nasty bots. If anybody happens to be lurking and you haven't already subscribed, you don't have to unless you truly want to. It's just kind of like a safety thing at this point. Because we said it earlier, but a while back, there was this one stream where it was so bad, and it was like a 10-minute time frame, and like it felt like 10 or almost 10 different bots kept coming into the stream. Separate ones. And there was the other one that Shiver had mentioned where it was like, within like the same minute, basically, 2 different bots back-to-back came in. Like, it's been insane. So I'm sorry that it's there, but it's just for safety. Oh, you voted for the aesthetic version? Okay. Hope everyone's day is awesome. I hope your day is awesome as well. Thank you for that positivity. I appreciate you. We are taking forever on the water terraforming right now, but it's okay. I'm just being picky because I really want it to look good. So for further description, this is what I mean by aesthetic purposes, like leaving them floating on these little sections of land. I love my maps for Mistwood and Evergrove. I want to see if you don't mind sharing. And technically speaking, I could easily just like do something else for the middle. I don't know. So a lot of you are saying, and it's almost tied, but actually so. Yeah, Meg's meant to say aesthetic reasons, another vote there, and then Breadbird wanted to put them, to make them usable. I think either way, the aesthetic version still kind of won. That's not what I meant to do, but thank you, Animal Crossing. So I could do something like this and like, that's fun, and it looks cool. I don't know. I feel like these little empty water sections on the right and left don't really look right, and something about it is just bothering me. So what if I like change that? Or, okay, I have a different idea. I've got a lot of ideas. I'm just trying to see, even though I like basically all of them, which one will work out the best. So thank you for being so patient with me. I appreciate it. Oops, look at that part was an accident. Let me fix that. Okay, this is pretty cool looking. If I were to temporarily add land on both of these sides, again, just really quickly so I could put down furniture, I can maybe add like some scarecrows or something. But then again, I am planning to add actual land about this, so maybe there wouldn't be a point to that? I don't know. I promise I'll do something else eventually too. I'm just trying to make this look as nice as I possibly can. It also doesn't help that the votes were so close. Like, they were so tied. I've never seen stepping through the entrance before. It's so cute. Thank you. I've done it a few times before, and earlier we had a different design, but we realized it was unfortunately very much asymmetrical, but like in a really like not cute way. So we've had to completely change it, and now I keep changing my mind about ideas because I cannot settle on just one. Because the whole debate right now is just, I feel like it would be so cute to have these be functional for the entrance, but it would also just be so cute to have them there for aesthetic reasons. So I don't know. We love being indecisive. We really do. That's really annoying too. Whenever I go and I try to do something that I have an idea for, and then I click the slightly wrong square, and then Animal Crossing thinks I'm immediately trying to do something else. And it's like, bestie, no, that's not what I was doing. Because I could also compromise and do something like this, but then I feel like it looks weird because there's like a bit of extra land by it. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm like genuinely stressing myself out over just simple terraforming and Animal Crossing, so I can't settle on one idea. Remember, that's me every 2 seconds at this terraforming, so I'll slightly click the wrong thing and it does opposite of what I wanted. But that's also me whenever I move buildings because there's apparently never enough space for anything either. I do kind of like this too. Maybe we can compromise this. I'm gonna leave that there for a little bit because I have this other vision that I want to try out. So hear me out, but what if I added some cliff terraforming around it and I made it somehow where waterfalls would go into the entrance? So if I can figure out a way to make that work, I feel like that would be so pretty. I'm so accurate. You are. You are. I doubt you guys just heard that, but I feel like I heard one of my neighbors whistling for their dog just now. Well, actually, to be able to even use the cliffs, do I have to like add on to that? I don't know. We're just gonna go at it repeatedly until we like it. Maybe I could use the in-game dark tree pass, might be cute. Before I get super into my land terraforming, let me just try that. Hold on. Cause like I want the entrance to not necessarily be like scary. I'd rather just be like very cute, but like cozy, like fall cozy. I don't want it to be a scary entrance. I don't want that. Do you mean like cover the entire thing in the dirt, or like do it in a strategic way? If I do it over the entire thing though, I should probably pick these back up and put the dirt under it and then put them back down. And I think with the way that the design terraforming works in Animal Crossing, I think you can put custom ones that are transparent on top of the dirt. You like waterfalls, like I'm gonna take a quick shower, no worries. Enjoy your lurk. That's cute, thank you. It does look kind of funny though with these just being on top of grass instead of dirt, so let me just fix that. I don't know if like the built-in mechanics of the game will let me do my waterfall idea, but if it does, I really want to. There we go. I think it lets you do this, but let me just like test it with a random one. Will it let me? Let's see. And it does. Okay, so I wouldn't use that one because it looks like one of the builders just shat on the ground, but I'm glad it works. Okay, I feel like it's gonna have to be some of the orangey and like yellowish like flower one, not flowers, leaves, because they pop out more against the dirt. I will only do a few looks. I feel like if I do that much more than that, it's gonna look a little excessive. I'm glad you thought that was funny, Morris, because like, it's true. Like, it was just like this brown lump on top of more brown, and it wasn't cute. Finally, the coloring is done. I remember for coloring, like in school, I would outline things in marker or colored pencil, depending on what I have. I would like do the outline in that, and then I would try to like very lightly color in the middle with crayons and try to keep it in the same direction, so I felt like it looked neater that way. I know we're about to start on the cliffs, but I did really like Batty Crossing's idea, so I had to go back to what I was doing. I'm not gonna leave like that. I'm gonna get rid of that one space again. I just have to be able to add this back in for a second to be able to add the dirt. I love that. Thank you, Valerie. I've said it a few times, but I'm definitely the kind of person with Animal Crossing builds where I just have to mess with a bunch of random ideas until I find the exact vibe that's perfect for whatever that build is, and then continue off of whatever that vibe is. And I think I've finally found it. I thought Pearl had a thought bubble for a second. I was like, bestie, you're not allowed to leave. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the cliffs now. And so if nobody knows, but does anybody happen to remember off the top of your head how like thick the cliffs have to be to be able to start doing waterfalls? I know it's got to be at a certain thickness. I just don't remember what that thickness is. I didn't watch the full video about it, I'm not gonna lie, but if we have any Sims fans in the chat, I heard word something about The Sims 5, but I have no idea when the release date is, so I don't even think they have one, because I think it's still like in super early stages of development, but I heard something about it. I think it's at least 2 cliffs thick. I just want to be able, like, if the game lets me to add a waterfall going into the water that's by, like, the little stepping stones, I just feel like that'd be so pretty. That was an accident. Do you guys do that too? Like, you're trying to terraform and then you destroy the cliff that you just built? Because same. Okay, so we'll just like test it, and then if the game wants me to like adjust size and everything, then I will. All the time. I swear I do it every time that I terraform. It doesn't matter when I'm terraforming, it happens at least once. Usually multiple times though, but at least once. I doubt you can hear them, but just in case you can, like a little bit. My neighbor's kids are out in the backyard. Sometimes they scream. They're fine, I promise. They just play in the backyard at night sometimes. And I do like that, but now these edges look way too boxy. And I don't like how boxy it looks. So now I've got to find a way to fix that too. Because it looks like a couch with water coming out of it. So that's not cute. I'm also not gonna leave this side like this either. That had to be fixed. I think I'm gonna try to build it out a little bit more so I can add like, no, I would say towers, but like make the cliffs just taller. Cause I feel like this one level is just, it's not doing it for me. It's gotta be taller. I feel like this should be good, and I can start putting ones on top of it. Cause like I don't want it to be ginormous. I just wanted the cliffs to be taller. And see, look, I just did it again. I did it again. I removed the cliff that I added. I am gonna add more furniture eventually. I mainly just want to get the bulk of the terraforming done before I add a bunch of stuff. Because then if I add a bunch of furniture first, I'm gonna have to repeatedly move a bunch of it, and it's just, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be annoying. I don't know how I feel about having that little tidbit there, but we'll see. If it ends up having to be taken down, then it's gotta be taken down. Because it honestly might, but we'll see. I feel like back whenever I did the entrance for the Coraline Island, I had a similar situation. But there's been a lot of weird, like in my speed builds where I do a lot of terraforming, I typically cut it out because like I don't want to keep that in the video, but there's like most of them I'll have to redo something, like take it all down and then redo it. I don't want to keep that in the video because that would be boring, so then I just cut it out. But it happens a lot more than you might think. I think I may even keep it like this, to be honest. I'll round out all the corners and then see how I feel about it. Just because while I'm willing to take it all down and retry it, I'd rather not if I don't have to. So if I can find a way to make it cuter first, I'm gonna do that. Oh, look at Pearl being cute by the cherry tree. Nice clip of farming. Thank you, Breadbird. I appreciate that, because terraforming's hard, especially to make like super intricate things. It's hard. I feel like coming in from this angle, it looks really pretty. And I like that. But if you were to like walk about over here, let's say, and do that same angle, it's not as pretty, but like it's not bad. I feel like I tend to like overly critique myself. And you know, it's nice about having that right here. For some reason, someone needs to get through to the airport through here, or even if I needed to, you could just hop on the stepping stone. But that's if I keep that empty. I'm not sure if I will yet. I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start working on making this side mirror the left, and then I guess I could start adding other furniture pretty soon. So I had a time travel to remove all the inclines and houses, and it's super foggy on the 23rd. I feel like the fog in Animal Crossing is the type of weather that I feel like I just see the least. Also, why do you have to remove the inclines if you don't mind me asking? Are you just like trying to flatten at the moment? A double-sided waterfall. I could do that. If I do though, let's say in the scenario that I do, I could add maybe like little ponds on the side that the waterfall goes into, and then maybe have like some like mush stools or something around it so the villagers can sit on them and go fishing. That'd be so cute. What do you guys think? I think that's a pretty good idea. I'm pretty mediocre at terraforming, but like I could try. So I'm flattening my entire island to do fairy core. Do you have any general advice on flattening? Only reason I ask is I tried it like once and then it like stressed me out. I hated my island, so I reset it immediately. It's okay if you don't have any advice though, it's fine. I like the idea. I think I will go ahead and do that. I said the mush stools specifically because I have a bunch of them that need to get used. Because I keep getting them from a treasure island and then I don't end up using them as much as I think I will in my head. So maybe they could go as part of the entrance. I don't know, let me just make this side match the other one first. And then I'll see about adding more waterfalls. Okay, how many sections wide did I make that? I think I made it just about the same thickness, but I did eventually round out the corners. Not really. I'm not the best person to give advice because you don't flatten often. I just reset. That's okay. I typically prefer resetting too. Hello, Bird Brain. Welcome to the stream. We are doing some terraforming for the entrance. I feel like the main layout part has been done, but we're still kind of scheming a lot. I'm trying to make this side match the other side. And then Mars had a really cool idea to do a double-sided waterfall. And then I think I'm gonna have that go into ponds. Okay, I need one more row of cliff. Like I've been flattening since 2 p.m. It's now 7 p.m. I would take a break. What if is your switch overheated? I feel like it would be. Did you time travel? Because for me, yeah. Cake and Cider does come on Saturdays for everybody unless there's some kind of holiday or event of some sort happening. I did time travel because I decided whenever I do builds, I want to have it be in the fall on this island. just because it's an autumnal island. The dream just is going to be in the autumn. And I've been time traveling to make the grass look like this, but also because I moved to someone's house earlier because it's in my way. Not really. I took a break to eat dinner and play with my dog. Okay, so I was gonna say, like, if you're playing that straight through, I feel like it's gotta be overheated at that point. I think this is enough. Flattening, step 1, get rid of items. Step 2, get rid of flowers, trees, bushes, stuff like plants. Step 3, no more cliff or water. Step 4, relocate house and move building and demolition. Step 5, no more custom designs. Well, thank you for breaking it down then, because, like, I mean, I did, like, with help, successfully get it flattened. It took me a super long time, so I was, like, super disorganized about it, and then I hated my island afterwards. So I reset, like, literally, I think, like, within the next week of doing that. Okay, and now I think it looks like the other side. I guess since I'm over here, I could work on this side first. Oh, I've got to get that rock moved. I'm going to show some clips and continue to flatten tomorrow because I basically don't have my own before I decided to flatten it. I just feel like I'd be tired of looking at Animal Crossing at that point. Hey Lexi, how are you? Hello Zuli, welcome to the stream. I'm good, how are you? I hope you're well. You know the yearbook cover that I helped my sibling with it finally dried? I'm so happy to hear that. Is it damaged at all? Like, is there any like permanent damage or anything? I hope not. And welcome back from your Lurk Megs. So we made this side match the other side, and now in a second after I clear some more plants and whatnot, I'm gonna add ponds on both sides and have a double waterfall go into the ponds. Really, the intro and outro, it's so cute, thank you. Do you mean like my starting soon screen and my end screen? I made those myself, thank you. Only thing that I did not make was the background that moves a little bit, like little stars in the background. That I did buy, and I wanna make sure that I say that because I don't wanna claim the credit for it. But I bought that and then added it to everything else that I made. I was happy to drop any coffee or like something on it. Oh, then it would leave a stain. Oh yeah, that would not be good. Looks great, I love waterfalls, thank you. I love them too. The only thing is like making them look a certain way depending on your island theme is really hard actually. The only time that I feel like it'd be good to get a coffee or tea stain on paper is there's this trick that you can do if you're trying to make a paper look aged, whether it be like as like a prop to use for a play, or if you're doing something artistic and you wanted the paper to look aged, you would take like a normal sheet of like, I guess printer paper, and then you stain the paper with tea or coffee and then let that dry and it gets brown and crispy. And then if you wanted to take it further, you could, with like parental supervision if you're a minor, please, but you can take a lighter and very subtly run it along the edges to make it look like it's a little bit damaged. Like that's how you age paper. It's really pretty. Thank you, but I did not make that either. That if you need my icon, I've had my icon for I think probably somewhere around a year and a half, honestly. I'm not really sure. I've had it for a long time, but I did credit the artist in my description. It's towards the bottom, but it's there. Only reason I didn't go, oh, like I didn't make that either, just because like I didn't think to say that because I've had the icon for so long. So for my stream screens, my starting, be right back, and ending screens, most of it I made myself, but not all of it. Like I animated the icon, and I animated the text, I added the GIF, I added the background, which in itself sounds really simple, but it's definitely a lot harder than you would think. It takes me a while. Yeah, you can also crumple it up too to add like texture. I think for the second waterfall to work, I might have to extend the cliff a bit more. I'm sorry if I didn't explain anything very clearly. So basically, majority of the screens I did myself, but not like every little bit of it. I apologize if I made that confusing. Soaking if you don't already say that. Yeah, I did, but like I think instead of like fully soaking it so you don't like get it too moist, just to like, I'm sorry that was gross, but like let's say that like, whenever you have some tea, to take the tea bag out, like I guess maybe let some of the excess drip a bit, and then just like repeatedly dab the tea bag all over the paper so that way it gets wet but not like so soaking that it's damaged. Oh, I think I know why it's not letting me. I think this front row needs to be extended some. That's probably why. I don't know, I'm kind of just guessing. Maybe that'll help. I was trying to have room to stand where I could make the corners sharp again, but it wasn't exactly cooperating. So I figured maybe that was the problem. There we go. Now it's letting me. Yeah, that was probably why. See, I did it again. I've done that so many times today where I damage a cliff that I was trying to actually keep. I hope it lets me extend the water enough. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's letting me. I don't think I've really tried this specific idea before with a double waterfall, so it's kind of an experiment at the moment. Not sure if it was just me, but there was some lag. Was it like a visual lag or like an audio type lag? Hello Darren, welcome to the live stream. My gates are not open at the moment. I'm working on an entrance build, I'm sorry. I do have gates open periodically for funsies to hang out with everybody, but today's just not one of those days today, I'm sorry. Yeah, gates aren't open, I'm sorry, but I do open them like semi-frequently to hang out with everybody. Like I did that a few days ago, actually. I hope you enjoy your Lurk, bird brain. My stomach's better. I'm so glad. I had like, I don't even know what it was. And frankly, I don't even want to talk about it because it was really uncomfortable. But last night I had like stomach issues too, which is why I didn't stream. So I'm glad you're feeling better. It's gonna just a quick lag. But was it like visual or like something with the audio? like having fun with Lexi and friends. I like having fun with you guys too, because I can't always open gates, but I like to be able to when there's a good opportunity or reason to. Just because, like, you know, you guys are always supporting me, and I enjoy being able to spend that time with you. Did you think I left? Well, I thought that you were lurking. Oh, look, a visual lag. So did I like freeze up or something? I know it's over now. I just like, I try to get an idea of like what kind of lag it is whenever it happens, just so I can be as aware as possible. Actually, no, I think I want to see if I can round out that corner. I'm just wondering if that I left. Anyways, gotta go bye. Wait, what's wrong? Either way, bye. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for modding. I appreciate you. Oh, just pause. Okay. So now that this is done, I think we can get to the actual pond over here now. But I don't want it to be like just like a boxy pond. I'll probably have to be a box at first, and then I'll like adjust some of the edges to make it look a bit more natural and rounded. Audition for the musical in my musical theater thinger tomorrow. Good luck, Fredbird. And like, as of course, like you probably heard it, you know, it's theater saying break a leg, and not literally. If anybody doesn't know that saying, I promise it's not a literal thing. I would literally never say that kind of thing to somebody. Also, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the community. I was explaining, in case somebody didn't know, it's like a not literal thing that's said in the theater community as a way of wishing somebody good luck on an audition or a performance. I don't know what to do something, but I don't feel good, so I hate when that happens. Me too, because I was really looking forward to streaming last night. I was gonna stream Coral Island, and then my stomach hurt too much, so I couldn't, so that was lovely. And by the way, thank you for the hydration reminder. Yeah, we do have subscribers only mode on today because the bots have been so bad. So bad. I'm thinking of working backstage. Okay, the theater techs are definitely so underrated and like so underappreciated. Like, I wish they were thanked more, and for some reason they aren't. But theater technicians, they do so much to help a show work running smoothly, perfectly, etc. Like, they need to be thanked more. I'm sorry to go on like a brief rant. It makes me upset how often they aren't really thanked. I haven't really been active on Discord. I don't know why. That's okay. I like Discord, especially when you're a part of multiple servers, can just kind of be a lot sometimes. So it's okay. There we go. I think I'll like, it's not perfect. I just wanted it to look a bit more natural like the other pond. So I'm gonna work on the other extended pond or double waterfall. However we should word this. Pearl Bestie, you're gonna have to move. I'm sorry. I hope you get appreciation, Breadbird. That just was an observation that I make. I've done a lot of theater before, and I've just seen a lot of ungratefulness towards theater techs, and I wish it wasn't that way. Just like for things like sound and lighting, etc., and like props, all of that, like that would be insanely difficult without the help of theater techs. Pearl just walking the way, right? Like, she probably got some advice on how to get in the way from Julian. Because remember I was doing my poison apple orchard and he just was doing some yoga? She and Julian were probably besties by secret. It's a pirate musical, so I might take your advice on that old paper thing. Yeah, totally, but for the edges, please. Obviously don't show your age if you're on the younger side, but if it is needed, please feel free to get supervision from somebody older than you. With like, for if you're gonna do like the lighter thing, because that basically just like makes the edges look like very old and torn and crispy. But if anything, you could always just like very subtly stain the paper with coffee or tea, because that's much safer. Oh, you don't think we're allowed to burn things? Yeah. Don't do that if you think like it's not a good idea. Just like, it was a suggestion if you're in a position where like you'd be interested for any reason. But definitely for sure try like the tea or the coffee idea, because that'll make the paper look like lightly browned and aged. Okay, gates aren't open tonight. I'm sorry. I'm working on building an entrance at the moment. By the way, how long have I been live for? So I feel like I need to check, how many songs do I have left? Hold on, I'm checking the Spotify playlist. Okay, I think we're good on songs. If for some reason I feel like I need more, I can always like stop at some point and add a few more. Can I play with you? I want cheese. Cheese sounds good. Have you ever tried getting like a, not like a string cheese, but like a cheese stick wrapped in like salami or some kind of deli meat? Because it's really good. Hi, I love the star. Hello, Christian. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the community. Do you mind my starting soon screen? If so, thank you. We were just talking about that earlier, actually, and not every detail, but a lot of it I made by myself. So the icon was a commission that I had done from a long time ago, and then the little animated background that you see, that I purchased, and the GIF I also purchased. So there was a few things I didn't totally do on my own, but as for all of it being put together and being animated, that I did. I don't even know if that was what you meant. I'm not playing the Switch at the moment. Yeah, I checked and I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. I got some spooky trees to your cliffs. I might, if not, then the decayed trees, because I don't want it to be like a spooky, scary entrance. I want it to be more like autumnal and cozy. And I did get some decayed trees earlier, so I could use those. I feel like that would be a good compromise. Part of me is low-key worried that I didn't make this even at all, but you know what? We're doing our best in this household, and that's what matters. Actually, wait, I think I was supposed to do the water tour from like right here. Oops. I ate my favorite restaurant today for lunch. Ooh, what restaurant is it? You don't have to share if maybe if it's like a small business that's like in your area, because like I definitely understand not wanting to share that. But like if you're open to it, I'd love to know. Those would be perfect. I think so too. And also they're nice. You can customize those to be like more of like a medium darkish wood to like a super dark wooden one. And you can also make like a mossy looking one. Like I just like how customizable they are. Oh, gates be open. Gates will not be open today. I do open them sometimes though. I tend to make a lot of islands, and then whenever I make a new one, I'll just like reset. Or was I not supposed to do that? But for every island, I do open them a decent amount of times to hang out with everybody. I feel like I made this one slightly off compared to the other one. I'm gonna have to double check, so I feel like there's something off about it, but I'm not quite sure what that something is. I'm not gonna be opening gates today because I'm focusing the stream around working on my entrance. Love your ACNH outfit, thank you. The dress was a custom design that I found, and then the shoes and socks were just from Abel's. And then I do normally have a hat that I wear, but I've been using the construction hat, so you can't see my other one. I don't really know how well I know this restaurant is, but I won't say the name, but it is a pizza place. Pizza sounds good. There's this one that we get it from where they like make a lot of the ingredients in front of you and you can put minced garlic under the sauce, and it's so good. Next time we have funsies to bring my golf ball cosplay. Wait, Fredbird, were you there the other day whenever I did have gates open though, and we all had the clown hats on? Because that was a very chaotic but fun time. Beer, you're good, Megs. Take your time. So this side does look a little off compared to the other one, but that's because this one like is right up on the edge of where the land meets the beach, but the other one is like has more land to go off of. So it just looks slightly off, but I don't think it's because I did anything bad to it. I think I missed the one. That's okay. I missed because we were just hanging out at first, and then somebody saw a clown. I remember somebody saw the clown hat in Abel's, and then we all just put them on and went to the cafe like that, and it was really funny looking. In fact, I think I took a few screenshots. Hold on, I'll show you. Little detour time. Did I not take pictures? If I didn't, I should have. Okay, I guess I didn't for some reason, but I swear I thought I took pictures. It happened kind of towards the end of the stream from a few days ago, so you could just like fast forward all the way to the end if you wanted to see. Yeah, so we did lose brain cells, but like in a funny way. I think I've realized what's kind of off about these. So this one on the left, this one is curved, but this one on the right is not curved. And that's gonna bother me. So, hopefully I can fix it, because if I can't, that's gonna be really annoying. I guess I can't fix it. Okay, I've got to figure out something then, because if I have to leave it that way, I'm gonna be so mad. I don't know, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Hey, I saw a picture with me and that kind of confused me, so I remember we took pictures of some other friendos too. I usually like to take group pictures of everybody, so that way there's like little keepsakes of all the memories that we made. I guess this isn't that big of a deal, but I do find it a bit annoying how it's not totally perfect. And part of me is, and I'm serious, part of me is considering taking down the entire right side just so I can make it curved right there. And the reason I can't do that now is just because I wouldn't be able to go through where the rocks are because they're in the way. And then there's a bunch of other terraforming that I did that's blocking it. So if I wanted to make that work, which I could, I would have to undo all of this just to fix that one section. And honestly, now that I know how much like space I need to be able to make all of this, I don't think it would take me that long, because before I was kind of just eyeballing everything to make it work. See, my own eyes like that, everything has to be like that. Sometimes whenever I terraform, I'll leave it like as like a little square. Sometimes I round the edges. Right now, I want both of them to be rounded, and now that I'm aware the only one is rounded, I'm really, really irritated by it. I don't know, chat, should I do that? Because now that I know how much space I need for like the water and the cliff, etc., I don't think it would take me that long to rebuild. If anything, the annoying part would be undoing all of that. Let me know what you think, because I'm honestly considering. For right now, I think I'm gonna see if I can add a bit of dirt up here and then put some decayed trees. It's not worth it. I feel like it's worth it, to be honest. Also, I'm trying to keep like messing with that. My ear was like folded and it was hurting under the headphones. Yeah, wait, this side isn't rounded either. It's still... I'm a mess right now, but it's fine. There we go. At least that one was fixable. So could you imagine if that wasn't fixable either? The way that I would be furious with this game. Yes, you should. It would be so worth it. I feel like it would be worth it. Something similar happened earlier, like earlier on in the stream. Basically, if you look down where like that middle section of terraforming is like just right above the water where the benches are, I had a different design for the stepping stones. And I didn't realize it initially, but it was super asymmetrical, but like in like the worst way possible. And it was annoying to look at. So I redid the entire thing just so it would line up with the airport better. I'm gonna take a break. Bye, friend. Bye, Bird. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I think I am gonna go ahead and redo that just because it's gonna really make me angry if I don't. But I do want to add some designs and decayed trees up here just to like test a few ideas. But I can't be up here for too long then if I'm gonna do that. Because a lot of my time's gonna be taken up by fixing the other side. I wasn't going back up there, but thank you, Animal Crossing. I do stuff like that a lot, I feel like, by accident. In fact, yeah. Let me double check. How long have I been live for? Okay, if I'm gonna redo that, I'm just gonna forego the decayed trees so I can have time to fix this because I'm stubborn and I cannot end this stream with it looking like this. Oops. In fact, I don't even think I have to retake down the entire thing. I'm just gonna like remove the bottom half and then just like rebuild that. I think I can do it that way. I don't know, we'll see. We will do our best. Oh wait, yeah, to do that I've gotta like fill in the water. Regime is so relaxing. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's definitely a goal that I have to make them feel that way, so thank you. Sometimes they are really chaotic and I feel like those ones are not as relaxing, but thank you anyways. That was really sweet. Welcome back, Sophia. If you're wondering what on earth I'm doing right now, I can answer that for you. So we realized something. You see this little corner right here that my character is like running in circles on basically? That one's like a boxed corner, right? And the other one in that same spot is rounded and it's making me mad. So now I'm undoing some of this build just so I can go back to this little part and make it rounded because it's irritating me. I get music, thank you. I think all the music in fact that I've queued up today is all by Demon Gummies. Yeah, I just have it playing through Spotify. Oh, you heard about it in the shower? Oh, well. Still, I can't leave it like this. I can't. It's gonna really make me angry if I do. Not like full on raging, I just like, I'm trying to make it look as even and perfect as possible. That's all. It's mainly the water that has to be filled in. Like a lot of the cliff I think can just stay there. I mean, who knows? Depending on how fast I can get this done, I could maybe do a little bit of the other decorating. So if I don't get distracted. And just so that way the game doesn't yell at me, I'm gonna take some of this down so it's not in the way. I'm taking out the ladder over and over again. You should put one where you can place on the cliff. I definitely will. I just don't have one ready with me at the moment. But whenever everything is finalized, I probably will, just because in terms of furniture and like decor, I'm not like 100% certain on what's gonna stay and what's gonna have to go. So I'm just like not really bothering with it until I'm like permanent on everything else, but eventually I will for sure. Thankfully a lot of it is able to stay though, so I can just rebuild that. We are good. I feel like we had a few new people say hi today. So by the way, if you have not already seen my map, here is my map. And then we have a few commands for my island. It's not quite done yet, but like I've gotten a decent amount done, I'd say. There we go. Oh wait, I know how I can fix it. I was like, wait, why isn't it letting me? I figured it out. I figured it out, besties. I have to go around the other way though. You have Kiki too. I love Kiki. I do love her. And it's ironic because I had her on my Coraline Island from a long time ago, and she was super, super hard to get at the time. But then with this island, I found her weirdly really fast, and I was like kind of shocked. I went through all this trouble just to fix one corner, and I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I think it's kind of funny. Oh, rude. Even if I have to leave the build looking kind of funny, I honestly will, because this one corner has to be fixed. It just has to. Even if I have to redo the entire thing at some point, I absolutely will. How does that side, like, not... What? Like, how is this one getting all squared, but it won't round up like the other one? It doesn't make any sense. I would do the same thing. Like, you would just leave it if you had to, because I don't know. I know how though I want this side to look, so I guess it's not that big of a deal if I have to leave it that way. I have to fix this corner. I just have to. It's gonna look wrong if I don't. How can I make it look round? It's like not cooperating. Help. I'm logged in. Good night, Christian. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so it looks like we have polar opposite problem now than I originally thought. So since that one's not wanting to round itself, I may have to redo both sides entirely, which we don't really have the time for today, but if it ends up being needed, I will do what I must, and I'll probably do that off screen. I do have a bit of a poll that I want to ask you guys about, though, if you don't mind voting for really quickly. There we go. So, I thought I'd be able to fix it, and I guess it's not working out the way that I planned. So, that's lovely. That's not what I meant to do. Probably fall asleep for this. Hello, Isaac. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the community. I'm gonna turn sideways and see if it will round the corner. Okay, I'll try. I've been kind of looking a lot. I think that's okay. I'm trying to do it sideways, but like it keeps forcibly turning my character. I don't know. Is that what you mean by sideways? Because I just want to say about potentially taking them both down to redo both sides. yes, it would be tedious, but like now that I know the amount of space that everything needs, it wouldn't be too hard. Just tedious. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think through the poll. I'm trying to see if I can just figure out why it's not working, because I don't see a reason why it wouldn't work. Like, I'm just confused. Kind of unburning my toasted Animal Crossing burnout by playing some other games. I really thought you were talking about actual toast at first. I'm going to say you don't have to throw away the bread if that happens. You can take a butter knife and scrape off some of the burnt part, and then it's good again. Or at least that's what my mom says. I feel like I might be figuring out why it's not wanting to do it. Because I feel like maybe this side was a bit closer, like this waterfall side, this corner was closer to the airport whenever it was set up than this side was. Or I don't know. I like seeing me burn out as like toast. I mean, it's a good analogy. You just can't scrape off Animal Crossing and put it in the trash. I mean, I guess you could, but that would be a waste of a video game. What I'm thinking, I feel like the right side was put slightly farther away somehow from the airport than the other side was. And if that's the case, that means this middle part has to be redone too. Gosh. I don't know. Because I know what I want the build to look like, but it's not cooperating. And throw out bread would be a waste of bread. That too. Like, unless it's so burnt that it's like a brick, then understandable. Like, otherwise, just try and fix it. So far you guys are saying, no, I shouldn't bother with fixing the corners. But I don't know. I just feel like it'd look nicer being symmetrical. I think maybe overthinking it at the moment. I might be too. I feel like something I've noticed with myself, the more I make Animal Crossing islands, like with each and every island that I make, I get more and more like nitpicky about it. Like, I scrutinize the details more and more with every island, if that makes sense. Due to timing, I probably won't fully finish everything by the end of the stream, but I'll definitely work on, like, perfecting details as best I can. After, like, some time off screen. I get that way when I work on a build, and it usually gives me a headache and I take a break. I don't know why I scrutinize myself so much on it either. Somebody made a tweet about this, and I felt like it was weirdly really relatable. They were kind of just saying that New Horizons, like whenever you like decorate and set stuff up and whatnot, compared to the past games, it feels a lot more competitive and much more like a chore than it used to. And it's because I feel like, because of how developed social media is, like you see so much content everywhere, so you have like, even if it's not intentional, you're like comparing yourself to all these other builds and like what you create. Does that make sense? I feel like I do that subconsciously all the time. I went ahead and I just ended the poll. I think I'm just gonna, because I like what I have in the middle, and I like the idea for both of the sides, but clearly at some point I didn't realize where and when I made the mistake, but I made some kind of build mistake where everything is slightly off, and that's why I can't round that corner. I know what I want to do, so I think at some point off screen when I find the extra time for it, I'm going to redo a lot of this and make it have the same look. I'll just have to redo a lot of things to make it nice and even and symmetrical. So if I don't have it symmetrical, that's going to be very frustrating for me. But like overall, I want it to be this, where it's like the double-sided waterfall on each side of the main part, and then that middle part with the bridges and everything. I want it to be that design too. I'm just gonna have to figure out what went wrong and then redo that part. So I think I'm gonna stop for now because I'm kind of stressing myself out a little bit. You got a galaxy bottom in Fall Guys? Wait, what's that? You mean like galaxy pants? Yeah, I'm gonna kind of do what Meg said. Take a little chill break from it because I'm kind of stressing myself out over the details. But it will get fixed. I promise. I just need to stop. So. Oh, like a saucer. It's like a galaxy. So it's like, wait, galaxy or UFO? I'm confused. I'm sorry it took me forever to find a little screen to do. You know me, I always do that at the end of my stream, so I'm not ending quite yet. I'm gonna find somebody to raid at the moment. Let me see who's live. Going back to check the chat because I have to reach out through Streamlabs whenever I look for somebody to raid. And I'm back on YouTube. Let me see. What is this person currently doing? And are they ending soon? Okay. So I think I know who I'm gonna raid. Sometimes I end up raiding and then that person's about to end. So just kind of looking at the chat. I don't think that she is ending it. So I think I want to raid May Crossing, who is currently playing Animal Crossing, working on a swamp build on her island, and kind of finishing that up, doing some decorating. So I'm gonna get the link for you guys. Me and my lad are doing yoga. I feel like my character's head just now, like being angled like that, looked like Phineas's head from Phineas and Ferb. But here's the link to May Crossing's stream. I'm sorry that I stressed myself out so bad towards the end of this build. I'm just very detail oriented with these builds, and it's gotta be symmetrical or it's gonna bother me. So since I ran out of time today, I will be finishing that off screen to make it look nice and pretty and even. But for now, I do have to go. There is the raid link and the raid command. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And if you have not already liked and subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you could. It's free and it's a super easy way to support me. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time for another live stream. Bye, everybody!